Okie dokie. Let's get started. Just double checking everything else that makes a sound. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to Calvin Knight Comics. Come by and just like enjoy all the other stuff right there. And just going through my sound effects and everything else that goes with it. I just noticed there's been a lot of changes in like OBS lately, like there's some new sound stuff and updates and everything. So I'm going to try to see how well that works and just checking a lot of updates on there. Alright. And I think I'm all ready to kind of get started. And so I'll be kind of like putting in my visual and also I'll keep my chat tab on, so if you guys want to just like come in and chat with me, feel free to do so. I'll be reading the new comments that'll be displayed, but I'll be focusing on like getting the work done here. And yeah, and let's see. First page, I want to do this one. And so I'm just going to get my logic capture up. Yeah, hold on a second. Just give me 1 second. I'm just putting in like Logitune. There we go. So I'm working on this page right now and just getting that all set up. And yeah, that's pretty much it right there. So right now I'm just getting that all set up. So the idea of like the on the clock stream will basically be focusing on just 1 hour, basically 1 hour a day, and just like showing off what will happen in the next issues and all that other stuff, and just kind of continuing on from there. And when I do that, it's hopefully it'll kind of like gather more attention. And if you guys like more stuff, feel free to pledge me on Patreon, and you see my future work. And if you like, to continue supporting me, just you could always pledge on there and everything else like that. So I'm drawing up my sister character in the story, who is in this story is called Nicole Marie, who is sort of like the secret agent of the family. And just been getting ready on that part. And And yeah, so you know, feel free to follow me and tell me what you like and all that other good stuff. And you know, let's just keep working on it. So what I'm using for reference is making using what's his name as a good reference tool for my stuff is using Scott Campbell and another one, Lisner, for some of his stories and his illustrations, kind of like a little raunchy for YouTube values, because you know they show a lot of sexy ladies and all that stuff. So
my room, please.
What's up, John?
I'm here.
Okay, sorry guys, I'll be right back. But you guys can like check out my stuff in the near future. What is it, John?
Jared. Yes. Guys.
Send me a message. I want to. And so basically, I already got this. Kind of story already written down and everything, and I have like a few more issues going on. Funny enough, if you want to hear the story, here, hold on a second. Let me just turn down the volume so it could actually bring out my vent about this. So, basically, what happened is my family member, my dad, he's been kind of like pseudo volunteering his time. Like, I don't pay him or anything like that, but I don't pay him or anything like that. It just like I tried to, and he just keep refusing it. And so the situation that I kind of like been dealing with is I pull in this little deal working with my family on their projects, which is like, you know, maintaining the house and building up everything. And I still do other jobs and pay my rent and also working on this. And so what happened is I've been hitting a little snag on like trying to get my work done, because what happened is like I'll be doing all the stuff for my dad, and I ask him for like to do one thing for me, and it takes forever to do it. Like this issue right here, I already kind of like started the idea last. I'm gonna open up my Discord for 1 second to kind of like bring in the whole argument of what it is. So working on issue 8, and this was all the way in December, and I already kind of got I've been writing up Joey Hero on this story for a little while, and so I started doing issue 6 around, or no, issue 7, because I finished up issue 6 last year. This next one came up on issue 7. Issue 7 is coming out like I just made announcements for it. Was basically in October, and I was working on a script for issue 7 called Sister and the Sightless Man, and this announcement came in October 15th, and I was working on issue 6, and my dad's been trying to help me out with the basically what happened was like I'm still working on issue 7, and and I gave it to my dad at the beginning of the year, and he hasn't been able to finish it up till right now, and I've been finding more and more issues with it. And the problem is like I just don't feel like my dad actually does contribute a lot as he say he would, but it's more been like stalling and having unfinished work, and just like everything else has been adding on and going on, and just like and it makes it more and more difficult. And so I've been trying to like get this story down, but it just like the more I keep going, the more it's just been getting more difficult, the harder it is, and just been all that stuff. And not only that, I'm also working on other people's on his work a lot more than usual. And so it's like this big this deal is like I can only do the things that he asks me to do, and he blows off whatever I need what I need for him to do, and it just makes it much more harder to like try to get the relationship down, because it's either I'm trying to do something and it changed, and he wants to have approval of it before I could go in. And it's just like, it's frustrating because I don't feel like I get really a lot of my own work done. Like, I know people are waiting for my next issue and getting that all together, and so just like it's only good until he finds it good, and it doesn't matter how long it takes. In some ways, I've been thinking of actually like trying to let go of my dad and just be free of actually to be free on having him work for me, because I'm just getting tired of him just like taking longer and longer to finish up stuff. I'll talk to him about all that stuff and everything else, but frankly, I think having him working with him just will just keep making it harder for me to like keep it up and everything like that. And that's pretty much my silent vent right there. So if anyone wants to chime in and bring it into the comment section, feel free to do so. Yeah, maybe I should probably... You know, I wonder if for coloring I should make the shirt different. Just where he doesn't pay attention, where he just like doesn't pay attention, and just like in this issue, and just like him like accidentally like switching his shirt by accident. Oh, sweet. Hey, check this out. Somebody got my 2 new stickers came in. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and share it. Let's see. Okay, so let's see what we got here. If you don't mind watching. And so, here's our first one, which is the Bluey print. And then here's the next one, which is the Heavy Metal Kitty stickers. What do you think?
Good.
You like them? And so, like, I'll probably make another one, and just like make like 3 individual stickers, and I'll sell them at shows for like $3 a piece. And then if you like buy 2 prints, you'll get a free sticker. And so that's kind of like what I'm going with, and getting that all set up. Let's see, anyone make any comments yet? Nope. That's a bummer. Oh well, let's see. I wonder how long until like the next one comes in. Let's see. Anyone on Twitch, did they say anything? I'm looking at this right now. No. Oh well. Anyway, if you'd like to support my work or anything like that and just wanted to like come check out my stuff, go to calvin9comics.com. And if you just want to like help me, go on Streamlabs, make a pop-off, and I'll do some little riff things, or just go to my or just go on Patreon and just like find me on there. sorry if my I don't know if my shows are actually entertaining or boring or all that stuff, but you know, this is all in the lines of pencil work and everything else added to that. Hey, let's see what are going on in the comments right now. Oh, hey, how you doing, Undead Monkey? Let's see. What am I drawing? Well, I'm currently drawing a page of my comic book and just doing a story about a superhero with autism, and it's called Joe Hero. If you like to check out any of the other work that I have published and everything like that, feel free to go scroll down, check out my website, and pledge and all that other stuff. I'm just basically working on a panel of my page, and just like in this scene, my superhero is offering her sister ice cream and all stuff, and just making the story about that. What's his powers? Well, it's a very simple superpower story. He flies, he shoots lasers out of his hands, and but the main part of the story is he's actually diagnosed with autism, and in this universe, it's about it. He's trying to show the world that he could be a superhero regardless of his disability. And so when working on this, I try to pick up a lot of books. Right now I'm just getting some reference from another good artist. This one's Scott Campbell and his line of work and all that stuff. And then I also got some other books and just getting that all ready. And yeah, I mean, I wish I could say more about it, but that's kind of like the story that I go with. Yeah, hold on a second. Hello? What's up? Yeah, okay. Alright, I'll be right back, guys. Well, that's actually an interesting idea. I mean, the hyperfixation type stuff would be a nice little touch to it. I'm going to be right back for a second, so feel free to just keep looking and comment on what you think of. Alright, I'm back. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Yeah, let's see. The hyperfixation thing is kind of a common trope when it comes to that type of stuff. But this one's more of the way I'm doing it is not his powers being autistic or anything related to that. It's basically about a person who just showing off that he could be a superhero regardless of that disability. So it's kind of maybe in the best way to describe it is possibly like an X-Men story, where he's where he is basically trying to bring up more of he could show the world that he could be a superhero regardless of what he has, and just been working on that thing. Let's see. In a way, yeah. I mean, is it like him proving he's still a person? Yeah, because in this universe that I made for myself, it's illegal for superheroes to have any form of real involvement for the risk of collateral damage. So he's trying to show the world that it's possible for him to be a superhero regardless of it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And basically, it's about him trying to show. It's basically he's still trying to figure out some areas, social cues, and everything else that goes with that. So yeah, but with this story, it's more yeah, pretty much. That's a pretty, that's a pretty good area to describe it. I was actually recently been thinking about the X-Men series and all this stuff recently, and seeing like how can you apply X-Men to a modern audience, because most of it is rooted in this stuff, and is it still like it makes you wonder, is it still going to be like, will it still be relatable? Because I know in some cases, if you try to like reapply like let's say Magneto, for example, as a person of his past, like as a Holocaust survivor, he would probably be about 100 years old by now. So I don't know if trying to find a modern day version of him wouldn't probably work in this area unless there's like a different unknown concentration camp from a different time and all that stuff. So maybe like doing all that stuff. I mean, I really don't want to pull away from that idea, but I think it should be like all in there. Well, I don't know. I mean, I know that he had like the Scarlet Witch and like also some other people, and so just been trying to get that down. Too many like made up story drama. Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, was that out? How long did that show lasted? It seems to be like just there and then just kind of get out or something like that.
Jump. That's me. Oh. Hi, Abby. Hello?
I'm sorry. What was this thing that you said here? Someone who I think had a really cool concept. Do you know? Forget me not. I'm sorry. I wish I could understand what you mean by there. His power is just power creation, I think.
Hi, this is Jim Knight, the guy with the car at the Corvette. So I just looked up on the
So let's see. His power is that if people don't look at him, they forget him. Yeah, I remember that one. That was another X-Men character, just one of those like unfortunate situations type ideal. And so like trying to fit. So yeah, not sure if I don't know. I don't know much about that type of area like that. Oh yeah, I think I remember that one. Yeah, I remember the sad part about that is where like Logan actually killed him and all. Like Logan killed him in the end. It was such a tragedy character at best. Hmm.
They said I needed to have 2 of my catalytic converters removed because I have a 2009 Corvette. And I just looked it up and they said there were 4 of them 2009 due a recall of 2008, 2009 models. So he said if I could have you convert that into the phone, I could go back and get my smog certificate. So how many catalytic converters are on a 2009 Corvette baseball?
Oh jeez, what kind of crazy story goes into like all this stuff? So one of the stories I'm also trying to work on is making I'm doing one about him like dealing with the gorillas in the museum. That's one of my stories. Oh, yeah, it's been a while since I did like all. Yeah, it's been a while since I checked out those. 6.2. Let's see who is following me. Hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. I'm still going to try to make a couple still going to make like a couple different stories and still try to work on those as much as I can. I can't guarantee quickness or anything like that. Well, part of it is I felt like doing it because I'm also on the spectrum myself, believe it or not, and so I am trying to and so I decided because why wait anymore when I could just do it myself. And so for me it's just I've just been trying to like get the work on getting the idea out as much as I can and see like where it can take me where it can take me professionally, and just work on it and just keep on doing it until I get a satisfaction or everything like that. Yeah, I mean that is in some cases. Basically now these days everyone seems to have like a spectrum report these days. Mine was diagnosed when I was like at the really early ages before this kind of like became thing. Funny enough, when it was super rare when I was growing up. Now it's like 1 out of every 34 people that have it now. I think it's more like that. It's like they don't know exactly when it happens and everything else like that. I mean, how can he help a person that knows how to function in his own world better? What grade are you in?
Yeah, it says in 2000, it has more because it was recalled at 2000.
Okay.
2008 and 2009. Well, it went
Year 11. That's not 10. Yeah, 10th grade. Yeah, year 11. Yeah, 10th grade would probably be roughly around 15 or I think like 16 or something like that. Year 11 would be like, I think, 2nd grade, I believe. Count backwards from 15. Yeah, let's see. 14, 13, 12, 11. Yeah, so 10, 8, 7. So basically, it would be in 7th grade if it was in the United States. Oh, okay. So, what do you want to know about the American culture? Oh, so you're 15 years old. Okay. I thought you said 11 years old. Yeah, so it would... Yeah, so that'd be sophomore year, so that'd be roughly about 10th grade for us. 10th or 11th grade, at least. Hey, so what kind of... So, maybe I'll... So, what kind of stuff that you like to see drawn? Would you be interested in like a thumbnail sketch?
Trying to get my Corvette stock, and they were telling me that I have too many catalytic converters on it. They say I'm only supposed to have 2. But I looked it up, and they said in 2008 and 2009 there was a recall, and they added 2 catalytic converters to it. Instead of showing up in California stuff, but we purchased the car at the factory in Bowling Green.
Oh, okay. So maybe I'll just probably do an X-Men one in the near future. If I have some time, I'll probably do a little thumbnail drawing and put it into a convention, or unless you want to buy the original print from me. It'll probably be one of those stories, one of those ideas I'll get on there soon. Oh, I'm in California. Sunny California, Hollywood area. Oh, very cool. So what's the crazy drama that's been going on in London lately? Really? On what?
Yes, I have a 2009 Corvette, and I've had it spawned several times. This time it says you can't have it.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how. That seems to be like the same idea with American politics right now.
Well, no, I've already taken this. He just says he needs it verified. I just talked to him on the phone. I looked it up on Perplexity, which is
Let's see. No, he actually spelled her name right. Actually, I think he did. Now you're making me look it up. God dang it. I've been watching politics for too long.
Never been modified. Okay. Well, thanks. Bye. Nothing go on with you?
No, you did. No, you spelled it just fine.
I know. I think I'm like no, you may not. No. Come on, John. I know what you're asking for, but no. Okay. So Chevrolet verified that there's 4 catalytic converters, so
Mhm.
you need to go back to the smog shop and get it signed off.
So you need to go back to this mock?
Yeah. Because they filled it because it's not supposed to have. It's only supposed to have 2. Well, they closed the recall, but I don't have to take 2 catalytic converters off. That's the way it was manufactured.
Mm-hmm. I got you. I gotcha. Oh, yeah, for me, I'm voting for Kamala. I kind of got tired of, like, the Trump administration for messing up messing up a lot of the stuff, even when people don't notice it.
John has a 4 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave the codes and everything out for you. So
Okay.
you can sign them then.
Yeah. You're pretty much there. I mean, there's just a lot of things like been going on with with his campaigns lately, like no, I don't blame you. I kind of do the same thing myself when looking up on TikTok myself. It's like it's not the best source of like actual like it's not I wouldn't call it the best source of like finding about like media, but if it gets your attention and all this stuff, I say go for it, but I wouldn't call it like the
way they
I mean, I wouldn't exactly call it like the best news source, because at the same time, like when you go to TikTok, it's either the information you get is super late or not entirely accurate, because there is like depending on who you go to, it does have agenda affiliates, so you know, like I don't know what. Yeah, let me see. I mean, I'm not sure if you know this part. There's like I don't know how well they're affiliated with, because there will be 2 parties that have their own agenda and stuff, and some people will try to like fake accuracies, and while others try to like say, oh, this was bad and this was good and all this stuff, and it's like it only depends on what you know and what you don't know, and sometimes TikTok can misconstrue that. I mean, probably one of them was you probably heard that the president got shot in the ear, and somebody would actually make a TikTok video of flipping over an image of him that's saying like, oh, he got it on the wrong ear or something like that, and it's like, it just some type of things that they can do that they can make it into a good or bad situation depending on where you're at.
You celebrated that today. Al and I were both there. Celebrated that part. That boy got to celebrate more. I'm sorry.
And so for me, it's just like and so other than that, just like I just do all the fun. I try to do all that fun stuff and like and just like read it and all stuff. Probably reading something called Project 2025, which was kind of an awful thing to read, in my honesty. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff like that. Most recently, like the thing that's everyone's been kind of like the most recent thing that everyone's talking about, like about what Donald Trump did was he basically was taking snapshots at a Texas burial in another state, which is talking about the unknown soldiers. And so it's like it was talk. I mean, there were some regulations that he was trying to do, and basically the I don't know what's the I guess the people who run the place were not a big fan. Not the White House, Congress. Basically, on January 6th, there's basically a whole bunch of people we call MAGA supporters, because it's an acronym for Make America Great Again. And so what happened was it was the transition of President Biden going into the office, which was the president that happened after him. And so a lot of people who supported Donald Trump just rioted and went inside the Congress building before they could actually officially honorate Biden as president. And so it was kind of a really ugly thing that kind of happened in our states, because this is the first time that really something like this happened, where the transition of power went from one spot to another, and it just really got on people's skin in some cases. Some people on one party saying it's our due diligence to fight against a government that doesn't agree with, and a lot of people are fact checking on whether if the election was actually rigged, or if it had actually happened. And so there's just a lot of all that information dump that goes in. I mean, you'll probably see somewhere in TikTok where it just say someone said that whole thing was faked out and all that stuff. And it really depends on who you look at and what kind of agenda they follow up on. What I find with media today is there's no just straight news source. It's more of there's no straight news source. It's news with agendas, and they will misconstrue something to their favor, regardless on whether the information is accurate or not. And it's more in the way we do news is yeah, let's see. And because it's kind of because basically if one of the other presidents said the same quote, why are people saying make America great again? Didn't the Americans bring slaves and immigration? Their sides. God, I think I'm going to become a political channel pretty soon. Let's see. Well, Make America Great Again was actually made by another president, who was Ronald Reagan, and he was a Republican from California who was a movie actor. You've probably seen maybe one movie that he was in or something like that. And so it was actually a quote that he said a long time ago. And so basically Donald basically made the whole Donald Trump basically reused that same message for his stuff. It's more boils down to how far we could follow up with policies that goes into a certain agenda. And if you go into the two parties, one party, the Republicans, or I would say personally three. There's the MAGA party, who thinks that abortion should be illegal, contraception should not be a thing, gun rights should always have rights, and if you even live in the country longer than anyone else, you can still be you still can be a foreign aid, and that's kind of that area. The other side is Democratic, which I follow mostly, kind of supports the opposite of that area, and also gay marriage and everything is a big factor in these elections as well, because like we're trying to like we're just trying to get back our own like or the idea of like what is right for the world or what is free in the world. And so like some people try to like fight the fact that people should not get married or have contraception or basically abortions anymore in our country right now. And some people like the idea because it's bringing Christian ideals, but at the same time, most of the people want to have like a one religion country, which is kind of like also in our way not exactly an American ideal, because from my understanding that we're kind of like the big soup pot that say we want to follow any religion we want, be agreed with, which goes to the first expression. We want to rebel against the government in case. Yeah, English is madness. We have every religion. So basically, yeah, that's one of the reasons why that's one of the things that we're kind of like dealing with right now, comparing to what England is dealing with at the moment. And so in that case, there's just like, freedom of expression, and then freedom of expression is like the big one in our area, and then the right to defend ourselves from the government. And so it's kind of like this weird area where we want to protect ourselves and have the right to have these weapons, but we're not trained to really get into the area of saying like we want to actually we want to actually have the rights to have these heavy duty weapons in case the government go against us. And really right now but the problem is nobody's really focusing on like how to be responsible and train with these weapons than anything else. And so that's how I kind of see like current politics when it comes to like certain subjects. So like since you're yeah, guns should be, I don't think guns should be legal. That's one part of it where here's two reasons on that area. The funniest thing is I talked to another person who's out of the country, right, who was actually from Holland, and we had the same discussion about like American politics. Which is a very important context of the reason why we have that law specifically, because because realistically school shootings will shoot down nowhere basically. Yeah, I know there's a flaw in that area. However, there is some agreement to it. Like, I do support the idea of what it's supposed to do. Our country was founded on the fact that we got tired of British policies because they were following religious ideals, and taxations were pretty bad back then at that time. Yeah. And so from my understanding, and yes, my accuracy on this stuff is not as accurate, but however, yeah, no taxation without representation. Basically, the idea is like we got tired of like British colonies, and got tired of basically being the British colony, and so we went down to the other side of the world. Disregards the idea of Christopher Columbus, because we revoked that ideal, and basically wanted to make our own area where we're more of a freer nation. And our founding fathers were basically trying to go with the idea of freedom of expression, freedom to defend themselves, and freedom of all stuff in case if the government ever went into a tyrannical rule. So in this example, if you want to go with that, one of our former president, Donald Trump, had a very idealism of basically being a tyrannical, want to be more tyrannical than anything else. I mean, just from like idealism, nationalism, things that we don't agree with, that he wants to invoke and that's kind of like that idea. So that's kind of the general idea of like the right to bear arms and everything like that. However, I don't agree with the fact that. However, I don't agree with the fact that we shouldn't just have them make them illegal. I just think it needs to be more regulated. Like, you know, in our country, we have to register to vote and basically register to get a license and everything like that. But in this situation, I think we need to further implement a education and responsibility to use this dangerous object to be a little bit more focused on all this stuff. I mean, if you're going to learn about if you're going to have something, you're going to have to learn how to use it. And that's the problem where we go in and, you know, do you want to give a guy with mental illness, with any mental illness, the right to have a weapon? That's where it kind of goes into, because oh yeah, that's kind of we do have something like that. Yeah, there's been a couple ideas that goes with that, and so like I mean I think that's more of an idea of private sector and all this stuff. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. That's pretty much that's a pretty solid idea. I just don't. But you're gonna have to like basically explain to everyone that everyone has the right to use a gun, even if it's not theirs. So, you know, people. I imagine a lot of people can get in trouble if some guy like basically stole a gun from someone else and just like get all that stuff. But I've seen fingerprint pistols before. So, actually, that's not bad. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I have my own rifle and I use it for. I have my own rifle and I basically use it for like a small gains and everything like that. And after that, just like I just try to like work on all that stuff and make it. And yeah. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to focus on work and feel free to keep on talking and all that stuff and just like and everything else. Actually, give me 5 seconds. Actually, no. I could probably do another 5 more minutes and just get that down and everything else. Wow, I didn't. That's cool. Do you hunt anything cool? Really small stuff. A squirrel, gophers, small, like I do, small animals. I had hunt down a rabbit, and I also did a skunk because it was actually attacking. Because basically it was invading an area that we didn't want it to be, where it was in like our private, where it was in our farm one time. And instead of like actually trying to fight it and get sprayed, I basically got out my rifle and just like kept my distance and just shot it down. I mean, I'm not saying I'm proud. I'm not proud of the thing I did. Oh, turkey? No. Well, we do have wild turkeys, but I haven't shot down a wild turkey. Have you? Yeah, let's see. I'm 15. Why would I shoot a turkey? You never had done hunting for food, have you? I mean, oh, fishing is fun. I mean, basically, it's a very simple sport that you just sit. Well, I don't know if you call it a sport. I mean, hunt anything that if you're if you don't call it hunting for food, you hunt it for sport. Yeah. But yeah, fishing's always pretty fun. My sister moved to Australia, and her boyfriend said he would teach me how to fish. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool of him. Whenever you get a chance, yeah, definitely have some experience of fishing. I mean, basically, the boil down to is like going back on gun rights and everything like that. I know, America. Yeah, here's some little humor when you go into like talking about like stupid Americans. It's like we always have this thing, and we just take out our A and just call it America, and we kind of do it dead. Oh, let's see. I think I could only work with Wabress and a Phillip or something. I wouldn't want to use all the guts though. Well, you can't really. That's why you have to gut it. I mean, that's the term that we use. Just basically cut it out of the system. Anyway, I'm gonna be right back. So I need to go ahead and like help out with my little brother or something, and then get his. I have a Zoom meeting for his therapist. So be right back, okay? Just just enjoy the. Yeah, of course you do it. So yeah, I'll be right back.
I got the first one, right? I got my got the
You got the numbers in first?
first.
Okay, and then
No, I did the password. I need the numbers. I did the numbers. Now I need the. I did like.
there you go. and then get on the meeting, and then we'll get that all. And I'll try to just tell her my son's story.
Calvin! Yeah? Come on! Alright. Come here to tell you what happened.
Oh, what happened? You can tell me.
I know. He needs to tell us the story.
Tell me the story.
I know.
Here is feet.
No, right here is what was it? And now I hear a beat going.
Yeah. So,
Hello.
let's I'll narrate one section that he's been having these difficulties with. Basically, in the afternoon, he tends to basically once it's around dinner time, he tends to get really silent. He doesn't want to interact with anyone. And when some people say how he's doing, he will just be quiet and fine. He'll just be quiet and say one word, so just basically look down and not even bother with interacting with people, especially mom. That's been the one thing that's happening. What happened on Monday is we made him draw a chore list to follow up on, so that we could try to get stuff done. And he wanted to present the chore list to my little brother, to mom. And so mom had to use the bathroom and basically said that, and he got really mad at himself, threw the book down, and then just yelled out, bitch! And she was walking back. He was saying that he was yeah. And so,
And I walk outside.
well, yeah, but
Well, before that, I called my mom and dad, but I went outside and
calm down.
calmed down. I don't said it to her. I said it to the whole neighborhood.
I think
Why would you say it to the whole neighborhood?
Just calm down.
well, let's see
So
this.
you calling somebody that word is calming you down.
No.
So what happened that you got mad at your mom? She wanted you to go over your chore list?
No. Calvin make me
He wanted to show the chore list to the mother. I made the chore list for him. And mom had to go to the bathroom. Sorry, when she was saying chat, I gotta go.
Gratification until they got there.
Yeah.
John, why do you need to use the bathroom? You can't do stuff like that.
Nope.
Driving, just got home from work, driving in the car, about to have to pee forever, and then you get home and she gets home and then you like want to buy a burger with lettuce. Give her lettuce.
Let's see. I saw a huge bluefin tuna with a massive swordfish in it. Looks like they were so taller than guys caught it. Oh yeah, I got dogs. Basically, I can't show them on my camera because unless I have to like rebuild the whole thing. I got 2 Australian Shepherd Border Collies. Yeah. What kind of dogs you got?
Yes. Yes. Flowers. For
Oh, a Jack Spaniel Yorkie Terrier mix. I remember having one of those when I was a kid. I mean, we had a Jack Russell Terrier. So yeah, a Jack Spaniel. Oh my god, that sounds like a fun dog to have. Oh yeah, you got the moose dog.
No, with your mom.
I didn't see my mom today. I'm seeing her tomorrow.
No.
You know what? Oh, John, I forgot to tell you, I won't be here next week. What? I'm going to Seattle. No, with myself, and I'm going to my niece's daughter's first birthday
Oh, hey, cool. I got a I got a cool little announcement saying like I received my 100 messages today on the Restream chat. Yay! That means it's small. You don't, if you don't know. Oh wait, because I think it was a Yorkshire Terrier toy. Yeah. Maybe send me a link of it. I would like to. I would say send me a link of the picture if you like. Oh.
Go ahead.
So what fun thing? So what fun things have you been doing lately besides watching me stream?
Yeah. No, that's the golf. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. What kind of anime? Oh, Hunter x Hunter. Oh, okay. I didn't know there was a remake. Hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I kind of like the 1999 style. Like a lot of the artwork and everything like that has a little bit of life to it. But I know but I know that's just a different generation of cartooning. Hmm. 1999 has too much action. Hmm. Well, you know, that's a different generation and all stuff. Oh, very cool. And let's see. Let's see. But 2001 it has more story, too much action, no storyline in it. I like One Piece. That's not new. And you just finished Jujutsu Kaisen, and you had more chapters. Well, you know, people have their different story. People like their different stories. I mean, I do admit One Piece is way too long, and I kind of gets me scared to actually jump into it because, you know, the commitment, and that kind of tells me a lot about my stuff. Let's see. And then what's next? I think you just don't have the long enough attention span. Yeah. Nah. I don't know. I think there's just a lot of fillers or anything like that. If you don't want to watch that long, just read the manga. Isn't the manga like twice as much? I can finish whole manga in one day. Jesus Christ. How many? There's no way I could never imagine anyone finishing out a book in that short of time. Oh, you read it online? Jesus. You have more patience and time on your hand. When you get older, you're gonna realize you're not gonna be able to read as much as you want to. This is more just I think this is more just an age thing. Oh yeah, I've been doing that. I've been doing that. I've been doing that stuff a little bit myself. I mean, believe it or not, I'm listening to one of those mangas that I'm listening to one of those mangas online, just like where they like dubbed over it. And so I just like kind of do that. Oh my god, I haven't seen Rainbow Six Siege. God, I haven't heard that game in a long time. Like, when did that came out? Like in 2000 or something. Oh wow, you're like going old school and all stuff. Jesus Christ, 2016? I didn't know there was actually 1980. I didn't know there was a Rainbow Six at that age. Oh, okay. And what was it? No, I think I probably had. Oh, I played like let's see. Tom Clancy, Rainbow Six. I think when I was playing it, I was like, was it Rainbow Six Vegas? Rainbow Six 2. Tom Clancy, Rainbow Six Vegas. Yeah. Yeah, oh my god, it's been a long time. Yeah, I did. Yeah, mine was Rainbow Six Vegas when I first started playing it. If I only had time to play on the console, I'm more focused on just building. I just like building artwork and everything else like that. Why does it make you rage? Because some people are so sweaty and touch the grass and don't touch the grass. Give me the context of that. Old pixel angles and then make. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. I don't blame you. Some people are like that. Anywho, I think I'm gonna probably stop this right now. I have some dishes I need to take care of. I'll probably pop in a little bit later. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later and all that stuff. And thank you very much for watching my stream. I hope you come back and check out my other stuff in the near future. And like I said, if you like to support me in any other ways, I have my comic books about a superhero with autism. You can get it online. Just go down to calvinknightcomics.com, which is that guy up right up there, and you could always buy my just buy my books and all that stuff. Anyway.